City officials in Charleston, South Carolina say the first rains from Matthew are expected to move in late Friday and conditions will deteriorate into Saturday. They're wasting no time in telling people to leave. Correspondent Jonathan Serrie is on Folly Beach tonight. Good evening, Jonathan.
Good evening, Brett. As you know, Folly Beach was devastated during Hurricane Hugo back in 1989, so many residents and business owners are taking the warnings very seriously. You can see behind me already boarding up windows to protect against the potential of hurricane-force winds, and also placing sandbags in lower-lying areas to protect against storm surge. And because there are so many rivers and tributaries connected to the Atlantic, storm surge is not just a problem for the coast. Listen.
Storm surges are going to go much further inland than people realize, and that's a lot of water all at once. The winds are going to be incredibly high, and then the rain is what we're concerned about that may give us something similar to what we had with the flood last year.
About 500,000 people have been ordered to evacuate portions of Horry, Georgetown, Beaufort, Colleton, Jasper, and Charleston counties. To accommodate this, state highway officials have reversed the eastbound lanes of Interstate 26 from Charleston all the way to Columbia. All lanes moving westbound for a 100-plus mile stretch leading from the Lowcountry to the Midlands. Here on the coast, most supermarkets and gas stations have remained open so far, but Governor Nikki Haley says that will eventually change as store managers and employees themselves seek shelter. So residents who choose to stay behind need to be self-sufficient.
We live in a new building, new complex, so we're planning to stay home.
So you feel pretty safe there?
I feel pretty safe, yeah. So everything for the best.
The city of Charleston distributed more than 15,000 sandbags. They were in very high demand and went quickly. Officials say residents and businesses that still need more sandbags should contact local hardware stores. And state officials are urging motorists to obey detours and pay attention to law enforcement. There was one incident yesterday that turned fatal in Berkeley County. Law enforcement say that a motorist knocked over some safety cones and sped on by a roadblock at one of the evacuation routes, and when deputies tried to confront him, they say the motorist opened fire on them. They were not injured, but they returned fire, and the motorist later died at a local hospital. Brett.
Jonathan Serrie in Folly Beach.